3 days after setting up Windows on the Legion Go 2 and after specifically declining all the exciting offers to buy their recommended upsells, I was delivered a full screen interstitial on startup selling Microsoft 365 Premium. Strange but true, I found this a tad intrusive, and it just confirmed that I needed to do a detox on the Go 2 for bloat and the hidden control of my device that allowed Microsoft to generate pages like this without my consent. I was also somewhat surprised that the morning after setting up the Go 2 the battery level was down to 62%, having been theoretically turned off overnight. I turned off fast startup in the power settings so that Windows would really turn off when I selected shutdown, and the next day it had only lost a couple of percentage points overnight. Similarly, when setting up the Go 2, I'd been led to believe that I had transferred the Windows settings from my Legion 5 laptop, which is stripped bare of third-party interventions, to the Go 2. Imagine my surprise when I fired up the Go 2 and the lock screen was covered in widgets and subtle "come into our sales emporium" messages, which is absolutely not an allowable setting on my laptop. I am aware that there are third-party utilities to clean Windows and remove the bloat available from people like Chris Titus. Climbing another learning curve to use a new application or utility would slow things down, and I want to get on with a bit of Go 2 gaming. So for now, I decided to stick to just changing the basics and work my way through all the settings options, changing stuff as necessary. First off, in settings, I selected system and notifications and confirmed that off was selected for all notifications. I then scrolled down to additional settings and deselected both options for suggestions and tips. I did a double check of all options to ensure all notifications were deselected. Next up was the personalization folder in settings, and I selected lock screen. I deselected show the lock screen background picture on the sign-in screen, manage the widgets on your lock screen, and once this was deselected, the suggest widgets for your lock screen appeared and could be deselected. Also in the personalization folder, I clicked on start and deselected show websites from your browsing history and show account related notifications. Again, in personalization and selecting device usage, I confirmed that all options were deselected as I had chosen in the setup process to ensure I did not receive tips, ads and recommendations from Microsoft. In the Systems, Power and Battery folder, I confirmed that the screen would not time out when plugged in. In Apps, I selected the installed apps and uninstalled the obvious ones I did not want. Staying in the Apps folder, but selecting Apps for Websites, I deselected all the Microsoft apps that were recommended. In Startup, I deselected the non-critical apps like Edge and OneDrive. In Resume, I deselected the option to continue activity across devices. Going back to Settings and then to Windows Updates, I updated the installed apps but not Windows, as there have been some issues with recent updates, and so decided to wait until the dust settles. I made sure the option to receive updates immediately was deselected. Going back into personalization and selecting colours, I opted for dark mode as it is apparently a good option for OLED screens. I did a quick check in diagnostics and feedback that only required data was being sent to Microsoft. In Windows Explorer, I left-clicked on the three dots, selected Options and then View, and deselected Show Sync Provider Notifications, then Apply to reduce those pesky notifications a bit more. I decided that was enough for now, whilst recognising that further tweaks are probably going to be necessary. It's all good.